In today's video, we've got a Desiree, and he is also in the video that we're watching right now behind us, right?
Yeah.
So he played really good defense over this weekend, so high five. Let's get down, let's check it out. He's going to be breaking down his footage, and I'm going to be breaking it down as well so that we can see what he did well so that he can learn from it, right? All right, so let's go down in the description, hit that like button, and also go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book as well. Okay, so really quickly, this is where we are watching right here. There you are. See? Right there. Number 34. That's you. So what are you doing really well right here?
Crossing my feet.
Close. You're running alongside your man that you're guarding, but you're keeping your shoulders pretty well squared up to him with your hands off of his body. So you used to get so many fouls because you used to be pushing him all the time with your hands. But now you keep your hands off and you use your feet and your body to direct where you want those players that you guard to go. And here, he was forced right there to pass that ball, and Connor was able to intercept it, and you were able to pick up that loose ball. You then push that ball ahead to Connor, who was then able to take it all the way down to the other end.
And get fouled.
And then he got fouled so that he was able to get 2 free throws. All right, so here you are once again. Now you're guarding another man and we're running a full court press. What we see right here is you keep your hands up, trying to keep those hands where that player may be passing that ball, and you're moving your feet really well. Now this is of course in slow motion, but you're hopping along, staying with that man. That's really important, and you're taking away that sideline. You're actually forcing him towards the middle. Now, this works really well because we don't want anyone driving up the sidelines. We want to trap them on the sidelines and force them towards the middle so that we can force them into a trap again along the sidelines. That's essentially what we're trying to do, is just to trap along the sidelines. So what we see here with you is you keep your hands up. He tries to dribble past you, but you're still forcing him to not go up sideline. That's when we were able to get a double team right there with Jezza. And then you were able to force that turnover because, of course, now our team was able to intercept. Alex was able to intercept, which then went to Jacob, and we were able to get ourselves some free throws later on. So if it wasn't for you forcing that player to try to go middle, not allowing him to have a free lane up the sideline, then it would have never had the opportunity for Jazza to double team along that sideline, which then, of course, ended up in that turnover. So congratulations, good job, Desiree. So what do you think so far? What are some of the things that you're doing really well?
Forcing them to go middle so we can trap them.
Exactly, forcing them, don't allowing them to have the sideline, and moving your feet. Moving your feet is really important, right? Because without moving your feet, then you try to reach and then you get fouls, right? Now here you are again on defense, moving your feet, keeping your hands off, and using your body to direct that player where you want him to go. Now there was nobody there to trap him when you turned him back around. However, you were able to stay with him until Alex got in to double team him at half court. You were able to tip that pass. He fell there, but if it wasn't for that, then the next part would have never happened, and that was right here. We would have never been able to slow them down enough for Alex to get that tip to go all the way in the other direction. See, if it wasn't for you, if we rewind, if it wasn't for you forcing him away from that sideline, now what should have happened is we should have had a secondary player there to cut off that spin move, and then that he would have been done. But because we didn't trap him, you still stayed with him, kept it hard for him to dribble, and then that allowed Alex to get in and try to disrupt that dribble. He had to force that ball up. If it wasn't for that and you allowed him to go up the sideline, they probably would have scored. So good job. High five. Because let's face it, if you allowed him to go up the sideline, there was nobody here to stop him. And there would have been 4 of us here, and it would have been a 2-on-1 situation if you allowed him to go up the sideline. So good job, Desiree. And then one thing that we like to do sometimes is run a full court man-to-man, and as soon as we get either a missed shot or a turnover, we go full court man. We call out our guys, we try to find our guys, and that's exactly what you did here. But did you notice what you did here that was very, very good? What did you do? Do you know?
I intercepted it.
You intercepted the ball, but what did you do when you were intercepting? Something that I always tell you guys to do.
Take out his arms?
Exactly. You took out his arms when he was trying to receive that ball because his body was going this way like most kids do, and they're trying to reach behind them And what happened? Well, you were able to intercept that ball and take out his arms. He was not in control. That would have only been a foul if he was running towards the ball. But because he's running away from the ball, he's not in control of the ball, which means that you're allowed to take his arms out, and that's exactly what you did. You were able to get that ball, and then you were able to go in and get almost a nice pass to Connor. But the next thing that you did there was really good as well, and that was you dove for the ball. The effort that you're putting in is amazing. And if it wasn't for that initial steal or you diving for the ball and passing it up to Ethan, who then later on passed it to Connor, we're going to call that a pass, then Connor would have never had the chance to get that layup. So indirectly, you were able to influence the score by 2 points just in this one clip alone. And that's the message that I want to share with everyone, is even if you score very little points, you can still influence the score heavily if you play defense like this guy right here, by being able to move your feet and not reaching in, trying to steal the ball by reaching in and trying to hug them, by moving your feet, using your chest to direct where that player needs to go, taking away that sideline so you can get that trap, and then also being able to run a full court man, taking out the player's arms, because if they're here and you go and take out his arms to get that ball, if they're running away from the ball, it's not a foul. And, of course, diving for the ball. So you did really well. Good job. Anything you want to say to the players or the coaches who are watching this?
Always have a good defense.
Always have good defense. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. Go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book down in the description below. And, of course, we'll see you guys again next time, right?